Combat Down Under here with the number 3 ranked Bridgerweight fighter in the world, Kris Terzievski. Kris, I wanted to first start off and talk about your recent win over Troy Pilcher. That was a very dominant win. You completely outclassed him. But you had a bunch of injuries going into that fight. What injuries did you have, and why did you still decide to fight?
My brother, thank you for having us, my man. Yeah, look, there was a few injuries going into that fight. I tore a ligament in my hand, in my left hand. It was in my previous fight where I tore it through a sort of overhand left, banged this African bloke on top of the head, and the tendon the ligament went, and then had a few dramas going on with my left shoulder as well. I've sort of had an operation on it before and had a slight tear in it, so I was going in with a few pre-existing things. Yeah. And I was just lucky, man. I was able to manage it as best I could, and it didn't affect me on the night. You know, like you said, it was a great performance, and one of them I'm real proud of.
Yeah, on Stand Sport as well, which is elite.
Yeah, bro. Stand Sports, pay-per-view, obviously on the back of Gallen, Sonny Bill.
Yeah.
And like I was saying, to have the performance of the night on the night, you know, it was special, man.
Yeah, awesome. Now let's backtrack a bit. When did you first start training in boxing? And was there a certain person who influenced you to start?
Yeah, man. So I started boxing when I was 15 years of age.
Yeah.
I was a youth centre up the road here in Craigieburn. And, yeah, man, it was just one of those things for more self-defence. In terms of people like that led me to boxing, not too many people, man. I did like watching Rocky movies. That was a bit of a G-up.
Yeah.
But, yeah, man, it was just more about learning self-defence and how to defend myself. And it was me and like another guy I interviewed, Mike Zarafa. He was down there at this particular youth centre, man, and now with the biggest names coming out of Craigieburn.
Yeah. What's your favourite Rocky movie?
Ooh, bro, it's a toss-up. I'm a big fan of number 4 and number 2.
Yeah, 2 is my favourite for sure.
Yeah.
So you've had some success in the new Bridgerweight division. Can you explain to everyone what the Bridgerweight division is, and how have you found fighting at that weight class compared to heavyweight?
Yeah, bro, like it's obviously a newly found division. It's 91 kilos to 101 kilos.
Yeah.
So the goal behind Bridgerweight, obviously, they were looking at either implementing one in between light, heavy and cruiser.
Yeah.
85 kilo division maybe. But the guys opted, the governing bodies went with the Bridgerweight.
Yeah.
And for me, man, it suits me to the ground, bro. Like even when I was fighting at heavyweight, I was sort of 102, 103 kilo heavyweight, sort of fighting these monsters. So. Yeah. For me, it works really well. I can go. The weight limit is 101 kilos. It's a very small cut for me.
Yeah.
And I'm one of the bigger guys in the division. You know what I mean? So it's either other heavies coming down, or a lot of them are at the moment are cruiserweights coming up. So suits me to the ground, man.
Yeah. And how much weight do you roughly cut to make it?
Yeah, so I'd probably drop maybe 2, max 3 kilos.
Yeah.
Not much at all, man. Not much at all. It's a training session for me, and I've hit the limit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. For your training camps, how long is your typical training camp? And are you sparring more heavyweights or people more around your size?
My typical training camp, depending, man, I always try and get about 8 to 10 weeks.
Yeah.
And in terms of sparring partners, you know, this gym here, we've got the heavyweight factory going on. We've got guys like Michael Secor, there's John Figura, he's going to get down to cruiserweight. Yeah. And another guy, George Holler, he's a gun amateur. So all these boys give me great work in terms of heavyweight. And then I'm a big believer of you can mix it with anyone, you know what I mean? Like if we're working with the lighter guys, the light heavies, the middleweights. Yeah. I was saying like me and Mike Zarafa have done friggin' hundreds and hundreds of rounds. So just about adapting to different styles, and obviously with the lighter guys, I'm working on more my speed, and the bigger boys, we're going a bit harder, of course. Yeah.
I wanted to ask a bit about your amateur career. I don't believe you had much of an amateur career. How many amateur fights did you have?
Yeah, bro, so I had 15 amateur fights. Yeah. I was 11-4, but I crammed a lot of experience into those 15 bouts. Like I had, it was 3 state titles, 2 nationals. I got a silver in both the nationals. I ended up fighting Joseph Goodall twice. Yeah. Coming up short of him twice. One was a bit dodgy, I must say. But and then I had 2 overseas trips as well, where I was undefeated overseas, man. So I had the shoulder injury that sort of put me on the shelf for 2 years in my amateur career. But yeah, like I said, crammed a lot of experience in that small amount of time.
Yeah. And what was the transition to pro like?
It was great, mate.
Yeah.
Like I picked up my trainer that I've got with me to this day. I started my pro career with him.
Yeah.
He was a big influence and a big help in my transition. He's been around the program for a very, very long time. His name's Ray Giles.
Yeah.
And I sort of brought in my amateur style with his sort of pro prowess and his experience to dance around these sort of big heavyweight guys, still utilise my footwork and my agility and hand speed, stuff that I still use to this day.
Yeah. Man, I have to ask you about your fight with Paul Gallen. Big fight, main event on a no limit card. With all due respect, before that fight, you were doing very little media. Then all of a sudden you have all these media obligations. Yeah. How did you handle dealing with all these media obligations, and did it at all get in the way of your training schedule?
Bro, like I said, it was a crash course. It was a 4-week sort of whirlwind media camp.
Yeah.
And like I said, I had the pound for pound king of trash talk, Paul Gallen, on the Aussie scene to contend with, bro. So it was a mad experience. I was good, man. It didn't sort of affect me too much, but yeah, like you said, man, it was a whirlwind. Like he's a gun shit talker, and you know, like I said, we get on good now. Yeah. But you know, going into the fight, he was friggin' calling me a soft cock, this and that, and just putting it on me verbally. But we got the fight done, and we're mates now. He's a good bloke, and yeah, even he was saying, he's like, you're way too nice. You need to learn more shit you talk, the more money you get. So I'm still working on that part of my game.
Was that the first time someone's talked shit to you? Like, as heavily as it was?
Yeah. Well, look, that was probably my introduction to, you know, TV and stuff like, and a lot more of the media game. So generally, you know, we get an opponent, we catch up the day before at the weigh-in, and then it's on. So, you know, obviously at that level, it was, like you said, no limit, pay-per-view, Fox Sports, massive show. Yeah, that's where, like I said, that was the only time. And what an experience, bro.
Man, I got to ask you about Tyson Pedro. Firstly, how did that fight all come together? Because it was a bit of a strange one. You're an established and ranked Bridgerweight boxer coming up against an MMA guy who's making his pro boxing debut. Did a promoter come and pitch this to you, or how did it all come about?
Yeah, bro. So I had my promoter manager, Brian. He pitched it to me. It was early 2024. Saying Tyson Pedro's coming across to boxing. Do you want to jump in with him? It's going to be for a WBC title. And I was just like, say less. Like, let's go, man. It excited me.
WBC title?
It was a WBC international strap. So it was a high up ranked title. And I was saying, like, it was on the back, I feel like, of Tyson Fury and Francis Ngannou doing that crossover, and they were looking at maybe doing an Aussie domestic version of that. So, man, it was a big opportunity and stuff like that. So I thought as well, like, I'm a seasoned fighter, man. He's jumping in on one fight. Mad opportunity for me, man. But obviously with the shenanigans and the shit show that went on, it didn't quite happen.
Man, I got to ask you about your cancelled bouts with him. So from the outside, it looked like there was some sort of pay dispute, which led to the fight being cancelled the day of the fight. Without getting yourself in any trouble, can you explain your side of the story?
Yeah, you're spot on. There was a payment dispute. There was a contract dispute. Just stuff wasn't handled accordingly, and it was a lot more on his side of the issue. So I'm lucky, man. I had a good team around me, and like I've said it before, like, if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. And these guys were doing some shifty shit. Wasn't professional at all. So we didn't stand for it, man. And then it's come full circle now. Obviously, it was a shit thing. Like, my name got sort of dragged through the mud in that process. But, you know, here we are, you know, top 10 in the world in a couple of governing bodies chasing world titles.
And what's he doing?
Yeah, exactly right. What is he doing? Nothing. No.
Man, thank you for sharing that. The media framed you as the bad guy with that whole thing and didn't reach out to you to hear what happened on your end. And I could imagine all the money that you also spent on the training camp and just all the stress that the media put on you writing all this crap in the media. The way that it was reported in the media, did that fuck with you at all, or did you kind of just brush it aside?
Yeah, no, bro, it did. It messed with me a little bit. And everything that you sort of said, you know, the time spent away for my family, my business,
Yeah.
all the effort I put into it for it to fall through for no fault of my own.
Yeah.
And then, these guys running with the story, nowhere to run, and pumping him up and making out like I did a runner. It sucked. It was a kick in the guts, man. But I was saying, obviously, with the people that I've got around me, like they're the people I care about, and the people that actually know boxing.
Yeah.
Knew what was sort of going on, man.
Yeah.
So just have to have faith, man. Trust in God that trust the process, and yeah, man. Like I said, it's come around full circle. Like it was funny. We fought 2 days apart. He fought on a Wednesday, and I fought on a Friday, and after his fighter was messaging me all through Instagram saying, I haven't been paid. Can you help me? And I was like, bro, that's why I didn't fight, because you're not going to get paid. But then the boxing public and everyone started to see that there was a bit of a shit show going on. And then obviously we had this fight, and 5 weeks before it, he pulls out saying he's not ready. It's another real fight. So, it all happens for a reason, man.
Are you and Stan cool right now, or are you still like a bit dirty the way they promoted his next fight?
Nah, me and Stan are cool, man. I understand, like, it's a business thing, and he's obviously got a high profile coming from UFC and stuff like that. The fact that they put me on, kept me on the show when he pulled out, I was super grateful for. And then me putting on a show for them, like I said, it was probably the performance of the night on that night. And they were happy. Like, obviously said, Stan done really good numbers on the show. And they were wrapped with my performance. So, dude, if they go again, I'm ready to jump on a Stan show and go again.
How's your relationship currently with the WBC?
Yeah, relationship's good, man. Like I said, we're number 3 in the world in the WBC. I'm number 6 in the world in the WBA. So we're in a great position for, like a world title or a title eliminator. So, man, that's what I'm putting my hand up for. I want to fight the best now. I'm in my prime, and I'm feeling good on the back of that last performance, man. And, man, WBC, WBA, let's make it happen.
Yeah, awesome. And so you've now had 3 fights at this weight class. You've had 3 wins, all by stoppage. You're in a very good position, as you said, ranked number 3 by the WBC, 6 by the WBA. Your next fight, are you looking to get in there with a ranked guy, a top 10 or top 5 guy? What are you thinking?
Yeah, bro, that's exactly right. I'm looking to get in there with a guy, if I can, higher ranked than me. If we could get like a world title eliminator, that'd be mad. Or a world title. Like I said, these guys, if they're looking for a voluntary defence, they'll go down the list and suss who's keen to go, and if my phone rings, man, I'll be keen to go. So
awesome. And when are you looking to fight again next?
I want to get one more in before the end of the year if I can. So I want to stay active. Obviously, there was a lot of inconsistency with the Pedro bullshit. Before that, we had COVID. We got hammered here, obviously, in Melbourne and Victoria. So, man, my time to go is now. So, if I can get another fight in before the end of the year, or at the very latest, early next year.
And which other fighters from these other weight classes, whether it be heavyweight or cruiserweight, would you like to see have a jump in at Bridgerweight? The obvious one to me is Deontay Wilder. I don't know why he hasn't put his foot in there. I actually heard him say, I think maybe about a year ago, he said he's not going to step his foot in there. That was probably about a year ago. I don't know if he's changed his mind. I heard he's after Francis Ngannou right now. I don't know what he's doing, but which fighters would you like to see jump in there?
I think you're right, but I thought of Wilder as well. I just thought, like, obviously with his weight and his frame, he'd be suited to it. I think it's because it is a new division, man. Very much like the cruiserweight division. Like, it ain't the money division. You know what I mean? Okay. But again, someone like him who's on their way out. Even Usyk wanted to make a bit more history. He sort of walks around at that as a heavyweight, which is a bit funny. But he could be a 3-weight world champion, be the first man to ever do it. There's these things there, like either a guy coming up or a guy at the end of his career, a big name to jump into it, I think will catapult that division, you know what I mean? But, man, hopefully I can take it on and get some big names under my belt, and I'll bring the division up.
Could you imagine if it was around back in the day, you would have Ali, small heavyweight, Tyson, Holyfield, there's a ton of others as well. It would have been fucking bad. Last one from me. What for your next 2 years? What's like your ideal sort of rough plan?
My plan, man, is obviously to make a bit of noise, and I think that'll be me done. Like I said, I'm in the prime of my career, but look, I wanna fight and win either a WBC or a WBA world title.
Yeah.
And I think the plan from there's a few different ways I'm visualizing and trying to manifest it. Like I could unify against the other champion when I win. I know Jai Opetaia, another Aussie legend, has been saying he wants to be a 3-weight world champ. So I think that'll be a crazy fight, bro.
Yeah.
Like we get imagine he unified at cruiserweight, wanted to come up world champion versus world champion. We could do a stadium in Australia, man. I think that'd be amazing. Got 2 southpaws, slick boxers.
Yeah.
What a fight that'll be. And then go the other route of me winning the title and then me stepping up and going up to heavyweight. But I feel like there's a lot of options there, man. But I'm looking to do some big things whilst I'm still in the game.
You v Jai Opetaia in Australia would be mad. Be huge, because Jai doesn't get the respect he deserves down here, and I don't think you do as well. So I think it would bring a big light on Australian boxing, especially amongst the heavier guys. Lucas Brown as well, when he was at heavyweight, he didn't get much shine. You know?
Yeah, that's so true, bro. Look, I think, man, Jai should be a friggin' hero in Australia, man, doing what he's done in the game, you know, broken jaw, fighting breeders, going overseas, flying the flag, doing his thing. So, like, man, he's a G. I got a lot of respect for him, and to be able to fight him, bro, what a journey that would be, man. But I think you're right, bro. I think, look, I've done nothing near what Jai's done, but yeah, man, just boxing in general, man, putting it out in the public eye, and I think, you know, I listened to Eddie Hearn talk about it the other day. He was saying, mate, we're not too different from the Poms. He's like, we love a beer, love a good night out, and love to see a good punch on, a good scrap, man. So, yeah, I definitely think we need to shine a bit more light on these top Aussie fighters. Yeah,
for sure. Kris, thank you very much for your time. As I said before, you're in a very, very good position. I think you're probably 1 fight away from that world title. If not, it could be your next fight, depending on how things play out. But yeah, bro, all the best. And I have no doubt we'll be doing an interview maybe even next year, and you'll have that world title strap around you. So good luck and all the best, brother.
Thank you so much, bro. Appreciate it, my man.